Have you ever just stopped and thought about the word why? I mean, it is behind literally every single thing we do. But how do we actually explain that why to someone else? Well, today we're going to learn exactly how to express our purpose, our reason why, with total clarity.
Yup. It all comes down to this one simple but super powerful question. Why? It's the engine that drives everything. And learning how to answer it well, that's a real game changer for communicating clearly.
And lucky for us, in English, we have some fantastic tools to answer that big why question. The best way to think about them is like a special toolkit, right, for explaining your purpose. Today, we're going to crack open that toolkit and look at the 3 most important tools inside. And here it is. This is our roadmap for today. We're going to break down these 3 key words, for, to, and so that, one by one. By the end of this, you'll know exactly when and how to use each one. I promise.
All right, let's dive in and grab our first tool from the kit, for. Now, this one is super straightforward. It's all about explaining the purpose of a specific thing.
So, here's the deal. We use for followed by a noun. A person, a place, a thing. It is the perfect tool when you want to explain the purpose of something. Just ask yourself the question, what is it for?
Okay, let's see it in action. We've got a box. Simple enough. What's its purpose? It's for the donations. See, donations is the noun, the thing that gives the box its entire job. It's clean, it's direct.
Let's try another one. So you're doing a class project. What's the reason for it? For extra marks. Notice how extra marks is the noun, the specific thing you're hoping to get.
And one last example just to really lock this in. She wore her trainers. Why those specific shoes? For the race. The race is the noun that explains her choice. So the big takeaway is simple. For connects to a thing. All right, you've mastered for. Let's pick up our next tool, which is to. Now, if for was all about things, to is all about actions. And that right there is the huge difference. We use to plus a verb, an action word, to explain the reason behind an action. We're not asking what is it for anymore. Now we're asking why did you do that? Okay, let's break this one down. The action is read books. Why do I do it? Well, the purpose is to learn. You see that? We've connected one action, which is reading, to its purpose, which is another action, learning.
This is a perfect example. What's her action? She helps others. And what's her purpose? Her reason? To show kindness. The verb show gives us the reason for the verb helps. It's an action explaining an action.
Okay, everyone, this slide right here, this is the big aha moment. Just look at the difference side by side. The money is for a new car. That's a thing, a noun. But I'm saving money to buy a new car. That's an action, a verb. Seeing them next to each other like this makes the rule absolutely crystal clear, right?
And now it's time for our final tool. I like to call this one the power tool of the group, so that. We pull this one out when we need to add more detail and get really specific about the results of our actions. So what makes so that so special? Well, it lets you build a much bigger picture. It doesn't just state the purpose, it explains who is going to be affected and what new possibility is created because of what you did. Let's really look at the structure here. First, you've got the action, I wake up early. Then comes our key phrase, so that. After that, we add who it affects, in this case, I, and what new action is now possible, can pray fodger. It just adds this whole other layer of detail.
And this is also awesome for explaining the effect on other people. Our action is, we speak politely. What's the result? So that people will feel respected. We're making a direct connection between our action and the impact it has on someone else. And hey, if you like easy formulas, this one is for you. It's like a recipe. After your main action, you just add so that. Then follow it with a subject, and then a modal verb like can, will, or could. It's a pattern that just works, every single time.
Okay, and there you have it. We've officially unpacked all 3 tools in our purpose toolkit. Let's do a super quick final review just to make sure all of this really sticks.
Think of this as your final cheat sheet, your go-to guide. Use for when you're talking about the purpose of a thing, use to for the purpose of an action, and use so that when you want to add more detail about the result. It really is as simple as that. So now it's your turn. I want you to think about it. What's a goal you're working hard for? What's an action you do to achieve it?
and tell us about it so that others can get inspired by your story. Because here's the thing, putting your purpose into words, that is the first, most powerful step toward making it real.